Hey guys, this is Ray with DRP Motorsports. Welcome back to the shop. Do you have an 18 through 23 model Coyote Mustang and you're looking to add some power to it? Well, today I'm going to show you probably two of the most cost-effective mods that you can do to your 18 through 23 Coyote Mustang and pick up some significant power without spending a whole lot of money. So let's check it out. Okay guys, let me show you what we're working with here. This is a 2020 Mustang GT. It's an MT82 car. We did put a new shifter in it for the customer, but we'll talk about that in just a minute. Let's talk about performance mods. Best bang, in my opinion, for your buck. Now, this customer did not want to go full bolt-on. What I mean by full bolt-on, you hear that talked about a lot, FBO. That means customers are putting complete new exhaust systems on the car, usually long tube headers, a different intake manifold, like a Cobra Jet intake manifold, a different kind of intake to go along with that, and obviously E85 and proper tuning. But this customer didn't want to do any exhaust mods, wanted to keep the factory headers and factory catalytic converters still on the car. So what can we do to add power and get a good bang for our buck? Well, you got to get more air in and get more air out on any engine to make more power. So we can't do anything about the exhaust, but we can do a little bit about the intake without spending a lot of money. And mod number one is the JLT intake. There's other intakes on the market, some good ones, but we like the JLT. We've been using them for a while, and they work well. So we put a JLT intake on the car, and it's roughly worth about 10 horsepower on top end, and I'll show you that in the dynagraph. Mod number two, and probably most significant, is a dedicated E85 tune. That really picks up the power all the way across the power band. You do have to have a tune for both of these mods. You got to have a tuner and get a custom tune for all that. But considering the price of headers and Cobra Jet intakes and all that stuff, you can get multi-thousands of dollars in those setups. This right here is probably your best bang for your buck on a stock Mustang GT. All right, let me show you how I did on the chassis dyno. As I mentioned before, the car come in pretty much bone stock. The only thing the customer had did to it was a resonator delete up under the bottom of the car. Other than that, Ford exhaust manifolds, catalytic converters, all the rest of it was stock, okay? So anyway, brought it in. It did have good 93 octane in the tank. And it actually put out some pretty good numbers for a stock car. 436, 438. Just how it came in with the Ford tune on the car stock, okay? We put on the JLT cold air intake and then tuned it for the JLT. You do have to tune it for those JLT intakes like we've got on the car. And I'll show you what it did there. 444, 430. 444, 440. And you can see it really didn't pick up much torque, but it picked up, almost 10 horsepower on top end. And that's what we expect out of a JLT. It allows the engine to breathe a little bit better on top end, so we make a little bit more power on top end, and that's what we see. Finally, mod number two, switching it over to E85. That's the big difference. I'll show you the best pull on E85. Car went to 462, 454, and you can look there at the green lines how they tower above both horsepower and torque over all the rest. So car basically come in and picked up almost 30 rear horsepower, and that's pretty significant in my opinion. You're talking the crankshaft about a 15% loss. What's that, about 60 70 horsepower gain at the crank just by doing a JLT and a E85 tune. So guys, that's my opinion, the best money spent on these third gen Coyotes. If you want to pick up some power but not spend a tremendous amount of money, get you a JLT intake, get you a good E85 tune, let us do it for you, and I think you'll be happy. And if you don't already know this, just so you guys do know this, and as a reminder, we sell our own RTD tuners. Got one plugged in right there. So when the car leaves the shop, we can data log and tune remotely for our customer if he needs anything in the future. And if you guys are, long distance away, if you want to order a tuner from us, we can set you up with an RTD, get you set up with some remote tuning, and get you the same results at your place. But as always, guys, thank you for following along. God bless each and every one of you, and we will see you again soon.